Manta rays are elasmobranchs. They're cousins of sharks. Manta rays have no swim bladder. They have a cartilaginous skeleton. Manta rays have no stingers. They have no teeth. They're shy and completely harmless to people. Manta rays are ovoviviparous, which means that they have one egg which they retain inside the female. After it matures and hatches, she expels a fully developed baby manta ray. The manta rays reach sexual maturity between the ages of 5 and 10 years old. They have one pup per litter. The gestation period is thought to be rather long, perhaps a year or more. Manta rays have very low fecundity, which means that they reproduce very slowly. Manta rays are very susceptible to being overfished and being wiped out in any individual area. Baby manta rays are 3 feet across. They quickly reach the size of about 6 feet across. Mature male manta rays are usually about 8 to 10 feet across, and the mature females are usually 10 to 15 feet across. Female manta rays have 2 pelvic fins and a cloaca right between the pelvic fins. The cloaca is where all the reproductive and digestive tracts pass through the cloaca. Male manta rays also have 2 pelvic fins and a cloaca, but manta rays also have claspers, 2 claspers, one on either side of the tail. The spots between the manta ray's gill are like a fingerprint, and they're unique to that animal. Beyond the age of about 1 or 2, the spots remain the same throughout the course of their life. We've got over 90 manta rays that we've identified up and down the coast of Hawaii. Additionally, research has found manta rays and identified manta rays over on the island of Maui, as well as on Oahu. And there have never been any Maui manta rays sighted on the Big Island, and there have never been any Big Island manta rays sighted on Maui, which tends to indicate that manta rays are very site-specific. They don't migrate. This is important because if there is a fishing industry that extracts a population from the ocean, there's only 2 ways the population can recover. One is through reproduction, and the other is through migration. Manta rays have very low fecundity. They don't reproduce very rapidly. So if you fish out the population, they're not going to come back. The other thing is manta rays don't migrate. So if you fish out the population, they're not going to be replaced by other manta rays from other locations. The thing that makes manta rays so unique is their pectoral fins. While most fish have pectoral fins on the side of their body, manta rays' pectoral fins have evolved into large wings. And just like wings of an airplane, the manta rays control their movement through the water by adjusting the pectoral fins up or down. Like birds, mantas literally flap the wings to propel themselves through the water. Mantas, because they have a body that's made of cartilage rather than bone, they are very, very flexible. Mantas can bend and shift the shape of their pectoral fin, and as a result, they can spin and dive and loop and do all kinds of unbelievable contorted maneuvers in the water. When manta rays are feeding, they swim through the ocean, they open their mouth, which is rather large, up to 1 meter across. They unfurl their cephalic fins. They're also called head fins. The cephalic fins hang down on either side of the manta ray's mouth and act like a funnel to force large amounts of water into the manta ray's mouth. The water goes into their mouth and flows out through their gills. The branchial filters in the manta ray capture the plankton, which is what manta rays eat. Manta rays have no teeth, no tail stinger. Manta rays just eat plankton. Manta rays need to eat 10 to 12% of their body weight every day in plankton. When they find dense concentrations of plankton, manta rays will often do somersaults, backflips, one after another, to make sure that they can concentrate their feeding in that very tight area. To learn more about manta rays, you can visit the Manta Pacific Research Foundation's website. It's www.mantapacific.org. And we have all kinds of fascinating information on there about manta rays and as well as what the foundation is doing.